What's up, family? Trail here, and Happy New Year. I hope all of you had an amazing New Year's Eve and stayed safe in the process. Now that we are entering into a new year, 2023, we hope that this year will be much more relaxed and calming than the last 2 years. The pandemic started in 2020 and things haven't been the same since then. Are you guys hoping for a better year in 2023? Well, today we want to go ahead and talk about President Biden's calling for $200 monthly checks. This message from President Biden was targeted to typical households struggling through this particular recession. We also have good information on gas prices as they continue to come down to pre-pandemic levels. Will Americans continue to see these low prices soon, or will they go back up in 2023? But before we get started, guys, hey, you already know what to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Starting off with a little bit of sad news, Barbara Walters has died, guys. Yes, she was a huge TV figure for years, guys. And yes, she was 93 years old when she passed over the weekend. And yes, guys, we definitely want to send the condolences to her and her family. And we definitely want to keep her in our prayers. Everyone knows Barbara Walters, so I don't really necessarily need to talk about that on this particular video. But anyways, guys, moving on. Hey, we are in the new year, 2023. And what a great way to end the end of 2022 in Trump fashion. Yes, guys, the former president Donald Trump rings in the new year at Mar-a-Lago with some of his club members, according to the latest reports. Now, this is a particularly annual event that Trump typically has every single year, so it's not necessarily uncommon for this particular event. However, the former president Donald Trump's annual New Year's Eve party at Mar-a-Lago was packed this year, guys, or in 2022, with guests reportedly including hundreds of the club members and Trump's political allies. Now, among the attendees were MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell and former president's one-time attorney Rudy Giuliani. Eric Trump, his son, and his wife Laura were also in attendance, as well as Melania Trump, President Trump's wife. Yes, guys, according to Palm Beach's Post, several other family members appeared notably absent, including Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump. Surprisingly, they were not in attendance. But anyways, guys, they are saying that this particular event was a huge one as usual, and definitely a great way for the Trump administration as well as all of his allies to bring in the new year. So definitely want to give kudos to him on that, especially not having any bad news in regards to the former President Trump in the last 24 to 48 hours. So again, guys, moving on, we do have some very striking news in California as well as Nevada. Yes, guys, they are facing right now with these particular storms that are happening, which has pretty much brought a lot of flooding to the area, which has pretty much caused some power outages. And yes, guys, this is in regards to the latest winter storm that has been pretty much going across the United States, pretty much bringing cold weather, but it looks like for the West Coast, California, Nevada, brought some of the flooding their direction, guys. Now, it says that Northern California and Western Nevada were slammed over the weekend by a powerful winter storm that deluged towns and counties with several inches of rain as well as snowfall. An atmospheric river storm pulled in moisture from the Pacific Ocean before pushing through the western states. As of Sunday afternoon, power was out in more than 170,000 California homes, with about 35,000 homes in Nevada also in the dark as well, according to the latest reports on poweroutage.us. Now, more than 5 inches of rain fell over the San Francisco Bay Area on Saturday, marking the region's second wettest day on record. That is showing exactly how much rain they actually received because of this winter storm. But again, guys, also these particular photos were shared online, which pretty much show a flood of murky brown rain water streaming through San Francisco streets. Now, guys, again, like I said, this is particularly related to the West Coast. They have received a lot of rain, but when you move all the way over to the East Coast, such as the Buffalo, New York area, they are pretty much receiving just a ton of snow. So anyways, guys, definitely some mixed signals in regards to this winter storm that is sweeping across the United States, with rain on the West Coast and more snow on the East Coast. But when will it actually end, guys? Previously, we were told that this particular winter storm would only last about a week to a week and a half. But guys, we are pretty much pushing into the second and a half to the third week now, in which it doesn't look like it is over as of yet. So anyways, guys, definitely want to be mindful of the winter storm depending on where you are living in the U.S. right now. And definitely, hopefully, this will end sometime very soon, because a lot of people are struggling right now, which like I said, guys, the last 2 years, a lot of people have been struggling. So this is pretty much bringing more damage and more pain to the American people. Now, moving on, we do have some information in regards to some new salary transparency laws that are going into effect right now in 2023. It says that new salary transparency laws are going into effect January the 1st of 2023. And this is in particular states. I might mention that California, according to California's amended labor code, employers with 15 or more workers will be required to list salary ranges on job postings on a company's hiring page or a third-party website like Glassdoor, LinkedIn, or other job boards. Now, businesses must also provide the pay scale to an employee for the job that they currently hold upon request. So that is just one particular state. We also have Washington, in which they have what's called Washington's Equal Pay and Opportunities Act, states that employers with 15 or more employees must share their pay range for a job or on a digital or printed ad on the company's hiring board or listed on a third party's website. The law also applies to companies that have at least one Washington-based employee engaged in business in the state or are recruiting for jobs that could be filled remotely by someone in that particular state. And then we also have for the state of Rhode Island. Rhode Island's amended Pay Equity Act doesn't require employers to post pay ranges on job ads, but it does say that businesses must provide the range to job applicants upon request. So that is very interesting. We'll probably see more states pretty much implementing these particular salary laws. We recently saw a couple of years ago where Colorado pretty much started this, in which Colorado is required to mention their salary range on the job posting. So these are just some additional states being added to that list in regards to the salary laws. But hopefully, guys, this is some good news for the American people, because you don't necessarily want to go into a job not necessarily knowing what this position pretty much pays for. So it's good to know what that particular range is, so you can kind of base what you're actually requesting for in regards to that particular range and the salary. So this is definitely helpful to the consumer, which is applying for these particular jobs, because for years and years and years, guys, corporations have been getting over on Americans, especially for women, I must say, because women are typically still getting paid less than what a man gets paid for at doing the same job. So again, guys, like I said, offering these salary ranges is definitely some good information in the right direction. And hopefully we will see more states implementing these particular same type of salary laws. So anyways, guys, that is definitely some awesome news right there. Now, moving on, guys, we do have some good information in regards to gas prices. We know about 3 to 4 months ago, we were experiencing some huge inflation on the gas prices, in which some particular states had 1 gallon of gas entering to around $7 per gasoline of gas. Yes, guys, now those gas prices have come back down again. And in fact, those gas prices have actually fallen below $3 per gallon of gas. So that is definitely some awesome news. But the good news is that gas prices are still going down. They're still down right now. I know here where I live in Texas, in the DFW area, gas prices for unleaded are sitting at around $2.68 at the time of filming this video. However, other places are still experiencing above $5. I won't mention California's name. I will not do it. But anyways, guys, according to this article, it says that gas prices are projected to fall to $3 per gallon by the end of the year, which we have already seen, guys. But the biggest question is, how low will these gas prices go? Well, it does say right here that on CNN Business that $4 per gallon of gas could return as soon as this year. In fact, in May, according to what they are projecting. Now, this particular report is coming from Gas Buddy. This is the price that they are actually projecting to come around the month of May of this year. And it says that gas prices will probably be significantly cheaper overall next year, yet the national average could still climb back above $4 a gallon threshold as soon as May, according to Gas Buddy projections. Now, the good news is that Gas Buddy, which is an app that actually tracks the prices of gas by each consumer, what they enter into the system. So you definitely want to download that app, guys, to save you a little bit of money. But anyways, it says that the good news is that Gas Buddy, an app that tracks fuel prices, doesn't expect a repeat of this year's wild swings that one point sent gas prices above $5 per gallon of gas for the first time ever. That spike set off recession alarm bells, worsening inflation, and it also crushed consumer confidence. Now, right now, guys, the national average price for regular gas, a metric closely watched by Wall Street, Main Street, and even the White House, is expected to drop to $3.49 a gallon in 2023, which is down roughly about 50 cents from the average of 2022. So again, guys, that is some good news, which I stated that we are already seeing that right now in some locations, and it'll probably go a little bit lower very soon. So hopefully Americans will be able to experience these low gas prices, especially considering that everything else, the prices are still at all-time highs. So again, guys, please enjoy the prices of the gas right now, because they could very well go back to $4 per gallon of gas sometime later on this year. But right now, guys, enjoy it while you can. It is below $3 on a national average. But anyways, guys, last but not least, we do want to talk about some stimulus update news in regards to what we recently heard from President Biden. And this particular article talks about it right here. It says that here's why average households could have an extra $200 per month, according to President Biden. Now, this particular report came out a couple of days ago, right after Christmas, in which some of the key points that it talks about right here is that President Joe Biden tweeted out an important announcement message on December the 19th. He explained that the average American family may have a lot more wiggle room in their budget right now. The typical multi-car household may have around $200 more in their bank account soon due to the lower gas prices. Now, President Joe Biden has some good news for people across America on December the 19th. The president sent out a series of tweets during the holiday season detailing what his administration has accomplished so far for the average American, and one of those tweets directly related to a big change that could mean an extra $200 in typical household budgets. Now, President Biden said that, look, right now families with 2 cars driving home for the holidays are saving around $200 per month on gas compared to some of the levels that we saw back in June of 2022. High gas prices have been wreaking havoc on Americans' budgets for a very long time, but prices have started to fall dramatically in recent months. And while a drop in prices isn't exactly the same as the government making an extra direct payment into people's bank accounts, it can have an equivalent effect on Americans, saying that, look, if you were spending $200 more per month on gas during the summer, and now you are getting to keep that money in your pockets for other things thanks to the falling prices on gas, these reclaimed funds can allow you to do other important things with your money, like spending it on more fun purchases or actually saving that money for you and your family. Now, because of these falling gas prices and a general decline in inflation that the president also touted in his tweets, demand could increase for goods and services because people are no longer feeling the pain at the pumps. And this could have an effect of stimulating the economy as a whole, leading to increased job growth and more prosperity for everyone in this country. Now, again, if you are among the many Americans who will save around $200 per month on gas, this is a great opportunity to redirect that money to accomplishing things that matter to you and your family. If you acquired some debt during the time when prices were high, you can funnel that cash you're now saving on gas towards paying it back off. Now, if you didn't go into debt, but instead cut other expenses to afford higher prices at the gas pumps, consider whether you can keep these cuts in effect so that you can use that extra $200 to bulk up your retirement savings, or either save for a home down payment, or even save for other big purchases. Now, the good news is that with prices down, you may find yourself with a lot more wiggle room in your monthly budget, and the $200 that you were devoting to filling up your gas tank is money that's yours again to make the best of it. So again, guys, like I said, President Biden is taunting the issue that the gas prices have finally come back down even lower than what we saw during the pandemic era, which means that Americans have pretty much a lot more money that they have in their pocket potentially. Now, I know directly, guys, you are saying that you don't necessarily see this money because you pretty much stopped going places, but in the reality of things, those individuals that still have to go to work every day, still have to go to certain places, drop off your kids and things like that, you are probably really receiving the effect of these lower gas prices at this particular time. And also, President Biden is also talking about that he expects the gas prices to continue to come back down again, especially after recently that President Biden had released tons of barrels of oil into the economy to cause an effect to lower those gas prices altogether. And now that we have done that, yes, President Biden is talking about refilling the reserves on the gas oil. So again, guys, that is the information that is coming out from the Biden administration and the White House, as well as President Biden, in which he is saying that Americans pretty much have an additional $200 sitting in their bank accounts right now from potential savings. So anyways, guys, that is just the latest information, and I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today, but feel free to check out some of the links down below because it offers a great way for you to be able to support this channel, especially if you don't already have the Amazon Prime membership. If you are a student or someone in your household is, you can get 6 months for free of the Amazon Prime membership. Or if you don't have a student in your household, you can always get the Amazon Prime membership for free for 30 days. And then don't forget about Rakuten. They're giving out $30 after you make your first purchase, which is the best cashback website on the planet. Now, if you are interested in any of these particular items today, hey, those links will be down below. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.